Hello students, welcome back to the math class. Today we are going to start some additional questions of linear equations. Last session we have already completed the textbook questions till 4.4 and all questions of textbooks got over. So today we are starting some of the additional questions that we shall see now. First of all, see the first question. Sketch the graph of the equation 3x plus 4y is equal to 6. Till here we have already done the question in the similar kind. Now they are asking find the area of the figure formed by this line and the two axes. Means the two axes we know on the coordinate plane, that are x and y axis, and the line. All these three things together, they are forming one triangle that we shall draw a graph and will come to know afterwards. Okay, so they are forming one triangle and the area of that triangle we need to find out. So let us see how we can do this question. First of all, see in the equation I will send 4y onto that side because here I do not have choices. Okay, so I will decide out of 3x and 4y who is more complicated. So 4y in comparison to 3x, because 3 if we divide any term by 3 will be more easier rather than that we are dividing by the higher terms. Okay, so here we shall do one thing. 3x I will keep as it is and 4y I will send onto that side. Then 3 also I will bring on this side. So it will be x is equal to 6 minus 4y and whole divided by 3. Okay. If you require, you can bring the term of x onto this side and then you can divide by 4. That is also possible. But I think it will be little bit easier. So we can say that the value of x I got here, value of x will be equal to 6 minus 4y whole divided by 3. This is the value of x I got. Now let us see in rough one by one. Suppose if I take the value of y is equal to 0, because we required three values to plot the graph. So if I take y is equal to 0, x will be equal to 6 minus 4 into 0, that is 0, and upon 3, and this will remain 6 upon 3, right? And 6 upon 3 will be equal to 2. So now we shall say that here value of x is coming here 2 when the value of y will be equal to 0. So our coordinate will be here 2 comma 0, that is first coordinate, right? Now similarly I will take some other values. If I take the values y is equal to 1, 2 or minus 1 and minus 2, it is not going to work. Okay, you can try. So I have already tried this value, so it is not going to work. For that purpose, now to get the integer value, I am taking the value of y is equal to 3. Okay, so let us see what will come here now. 6 minus 4 into 3 and whole divided by 3 again. Okay, now 4 into 3 will become here 12. So this will be 6 minus 12 whole divided by 3. 6 minus 12 will be equal to minus of 6. So minus of 6 divided by 3. So it will be equal to minus of 2. Right? So we can say that the value of x is minus of 2 and the value of y will be equal to 3. So our coordinate will be here minus of 2 comma 3. Now last one I am taking here, y is equal to minus of 3. So if I take y is equal to minus of 3, in that case what will happen? So x will be equal to 6 minus 4 into minus of 3 whole divided by 3 again, right? Now minus minus will become plus, so this will be 6 plus 12 whole divided by 3, and 6 plus 12 will be equal to 18. So 18 divided by 3, this will become here 6. So I can say that the value of x is 6 when the value of y will be equal to minus of 3. So my coordinate is here 6 comma minus of 3. Okay. So see students, successfully we have found all the three coordinates over here. Let us plot them and then at last we shall find out the area. Okay. So first I will write down the scale over here. Graph paper I have taken, where I have taken all the four quadrants. In the application question, since the value of x is not possible to negative over there, okay, x cannot be negative, that's why I have taken in that case only first quadrant. Okay, in the examination also you can draw a particular quadrant or all four as per the requirement. Now here first I will write down the scale. The scale we are taking here 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit, right? Now first of all let us see what is our first point. First point is given here 2 comma 0, means the value of x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 0. So this is my x-axis and this is my y-axis. Okay, so x equal to 2, x equal to 2 is coming here, you can see, and y is equal to 0, means we need not to go in the upward direction or in the downward direction. So at 2 only, here only I will mark my first point, that is point number A. Coordinate we can say 2 comma 0. Okay, now let us see the second coordinate. Second coordinate what we have given here minus 2 comma 3, means x is equal to minus of 2 and y is equal to 3. So first of all on to the x-axis, see where is minus of 2, it is coming here. Okay, now from minus of 2 will go in the upward direction and in front of 3 wherever on the y-axis it is coming, we shall mark a point. This point I will say point number B, whose coordinate will say minus of 2 comma 3. Okay, now what is the last point? Last point they are saying here 6 comma minus of 3, means the value of x is equal to 6. So see on the x-axis where is 6 is coming, it is coming here. Okay, and value of y we have given here minus of 3. So from 6 will go in the downward direction and in front of minus of 3 on to the y-axis we shall mark our third point, that is point number C, and we'll say it is 6 comma minus of 3. Now let us draw a line between them. Okay, so first we shall draw a line between them, then we shall see how we shall find out the area. Okay, so first I am taking a line over here. Yes, first we'll draw a line between them. Okay, now you can see perfectly we have drawn a line. Now once you observe what is the area required here. Okay, so once first of all we shall observe how the area is going to form. Yes, I am marking the area over here. Please observe carefully. This is the triangle is going to form between a line and the two axes. Observe carefully. Yes everybody, is it a required area? So we can name this triangle as P. This point I can say Q and this point I can say R. Okay, now triangle PQR is my required triangle whose area I need to find out. Okay, now one thing you observe here, PQ and QR are already perpendicular. We can say, how we can say that? Because the x and y axis are always perpendicular. So angle Q will be of 90 degree. So PQ will become my perpendicular while QR will become my base. So observe PQ, which is perpendicular, whose length is equal to how many units? You observe the line is passing from between 1 and 2. So this point I can say the coordinate of point P can be, observe it is coming onto the y-axis, means the x coordinate will be 0, and since it is passing from the middle of 1 and 2, so we can say that the y coordinate will be 0 comma 3 by 2. Okay, 3 by 2 means it is 1.5. So similarly you observe, it is, if it is this length is from Q to P, this length is 1.5. so we can say that this length will become here as 1.5 units, right? And similarly we can say the length of QR. See, Q to R, it is very easy to find out the length of QR. That will be 2 units. Okay, because you see from O 0 comma 0 or from Q 0 comma 0 till R, we are taking the horizontal length as 2 units. So I can say that in this figure the base value is 2 units while perpendicular is 1.5 units. So now let us see how we can find out the area over here. So first I am finding the area. Let us see in the downs. So here we can say that therefore area of triangle PQR is equal to 1 upon 2 into base into height. This is a formula. Okay, and according to the figure, who is my base and who is my height? So see, according to the figure, the base is QR and height is PQ. Once we can check, is it so? So base is QR. Once you can see, yes, base is QR and height is PQ. Value of PQ we have 1.5 units and value of QR is equal to 2 units. So we shall put up the value here, 1 upon 2 into value of QR, that is 2, and value of PQ, that is 1.5. Now you observe 2 and 2 got cancelled. So this will remain 1.5. Now what is the unit of this area? We don't know, it is centimeter or meter. Okay, so we shall write down the unit as square units. Square units. Okay, and hence this question gets complete. So this question, actually one part we were knowing it, but we were not knowing how to plot such kind of equation where both the coefficients of x and y are given other than 1. We have handled up till now the equation in such a way both the coefficient of x and y are given either 1 or at least one of them is given 1. You observe here the coefficient 3x is other than 1, sorry, coefficient 3 is other than 1 and coefficient 4 is also other than 1. So it is difficult to plot such kind of equation, but I have told you the way. Any one variable you can send onto that side, then the coefficient of another variable we can send in denominator as I have sent 3, and then we can find out the values. Choose that values who can give you the value of another variable in the form of integers. Okay, now let us see the next question. In the next question, see what we have given. I am taking now additional question number 2. Okay, so in this question, see, we have given that, yes, draw the graph of 2x plus y is equal to 6 and 2x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. Shade the region bounded by these two lines and the x-axis, means three things they are taking. The two lines we have given, whose equation is given to us, and the x-axis. These three things together they are forming one triangle. That triangle we have to shade first and then we have to find out its area. So let us take one by one both the equations. So first I am taking the equation number 1, 2x plus y is equal to 6. Now see, here coefficient of y is 1, so we can keep y at the same place and 2x I can send onto that place. My logic is whose coefficient is lesser will remain on the same side and the another term we can send onto the right hand side, as we have sent the term 4y onto that side and 3x we kept as it is onto the left hand side. Now see, easily we got the value of y in terms of x. Now I will take one by one the value of x here. So suppose if I take the value of x is value of x, if I take 0, okay, so what will be the value of y there? 6 minus 2 into 0, and 2 into 0 will be equal to 0. So we can say that the value of y will be equal to here 6, that we can place in the table. So if I take the value of x equal to 0, then y will be equal to 6 and my coordinate will become here 0 comma 6. Similarly, if I take the value of x is equal to 1, okay, so now if I take the value of x is equal to 1, so in that case value of y will be equal to 6 minus 2 into 1. 2 into 1 will be equal to 2. So 6 minus 2 will be equal to 4. So here the value of x is equal to 1, y is equal to 4. So the coordinate will become here 1 comma 4. Now let us take one more coordinate here. X is equal to 2 we can take. Now suppose if I take x is equal to 2, in that case y will be equal to 6 minus 2 into 2. So 2 into 2 will be equal to 4. So we will get here 6 minus 4 and hence it will be equal to 2. So I can say that if I take the value of x is equal to 2, then y will be also 2 and hence the coordinate will become here 2 comma 2. Let us find out the coordinate of the second equation also. I will say this is my line number 1. Now since two lines are there, so we can denote by the name them. This is my line number 1, L1 I can say. Okay. Similarly, now let us see the second equation. Second equation what we have given here, 2x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. So second equation we shall write down here, 2x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. Once we can check the equation, 2x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. Correct. Now let us see, here also minus y I will send on to that side. So value of 2x plus 2 will be equal to y, or else I can say that the value of y will be equal to here 2x plus 2. Right. Now let us take one by one some of the values of x and y here. So suppose if I take the value of x is equal to 0, okay, so in that case what will be the value of y? Y is equal to 2 into 0 plus 2. 2 into 0 will be 0. So 0 plus 2, it will be equal to 2. Okay, so first value I got here, x is equal to 0, then y is equal to 2. Okay, so I will put up the value here, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 2, so it would be 0 comma 2. Similarly, the second one, if the value of x is equal to 1, okay, so in that case y is equal to 2 into 1 plus 2. 2 into 1, that will be 2. So 2 plus 2 will be equal to 4. So now here value of x is 1, so y is equal to 4, and we got the point here 1 comma 4. Last point, one more we can find out here. If the value of x is equal to 2, in that case what it can be? Y will be equal to 2 into 2 and then plus 2. 2 into 2 will be equal to 4, okay, and plus 2. So we will get here 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. Right. Now for here I can say x is equal to 2, y is equal to 6. So value will become here 2 comma 6. Right. Now let us plot them. So here first I will take the scale. Scale will be here. Scale will be 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. Same I am taking as I have taken in the previous question. Now first of all, let us see the equation number 1. Here this equation we can mark as line number 2. So this is my L2. Okay. Now here first you see the first line or the first equation. What are the points? 0, 6, 1, 4 and 2, 2. So let us plot them. 0, 6. So x equal to 0 means here this I will say this is my x axis. Okay, and this will be my y axis. Now x equal to 0 means I will stand at 0 on the x axis, and y is equal to 6. So I will go from 0 in the upward direction, and exactly on 6 I will mark the values. So this is my first point. I will say this is a point A whose coordinate is here 0, 6. Okay, what is the second point there? Second point is I think 1, 4 and third point is 2, 2. Yes, 1, 4 and 2, 2. So let us plot 1, 4. So x-axis, search where is 1. So 1 is coming here, and from 1 we shall go up, and at in front of 4 we shall mark the point. So this is my second point. I will name this point as B1, 4. Okay, similarly 2, 2. So on the x-axis 2 is coming at this place. Okay, from 2 I will go up, and in front of 2 onto the y-axis I will mark my third point. This is C 2, 2. Okay, now let us see the points of the other equation. Before that we shall join these points, otherwise the points will be many and will get confused to whom need to join it. So let us join here. First of all, these 3 points. Okay, so I think this is right. Only the last point is need to be adjusted. Yes, now you observe perfectly a line we have drawn from these 3 points. Now let us draw the next 3 set of the points here, that is 0, 2, 1, 4. 1, 4 is already plotted. So 0, 2 we can see. So x equal to 0 and y is equal to 2. So x equal to 0 is coming at origin, and from 0 I will go up. Here I will mark my second point, sorry, first point. So this point I will say, for example, point P, and whose coordinate I am supposing here 0, 2. See the second point. Second point is given here 1, 4, which is already we have plotted, and we can say that it is a common point. So last point we shall plot here, that is 2, 6. So x equal to 2. X equal to 2 is on the x-axis at this place. From 2 I will go up, and in front of 6 onto the y-axis here I will mark my second point. This point I will mark as point Q, that will be 2, 6. Now from the point P, Q and B we shall draw again one line. So let us draw a line between them. Okay, so first we shall draw a line from these 3 points. Yes, so now you see perfectly we got the points over here. One mistake I think we have done, we need to extend the line up till some length, because further we need to find out the area also. So once again we can draw a line. We shall draw a line till the x-axis. Yes, I think it is perfect. It is passing from -1. Okay, and we can name this triangle as, see already this point is given as B. So this point I can give C I have taken. So this point I will take D, and this point I will take E. So B, D, E is my triangle. Okay, now see what they were asking in the question. In the question they were asking to us, first you draw the graph of these two lines. Okay, once we can check the question, they were saying draw the graph of these two lines, shade the region bounded by these two lines and the x-axis, and hence find out their areas. So see, first of all, how we can shade the region over there. Okay, so first I will shade the region here. Let's see, these are my lines. I think this is my line number 1, you can see. Okay, and this is my line number 2, and this is your x-axis, right? So these three things forming this particular triangle, so these three things forming this triangle, this we shall shade. You can also shade by the horizontal lines. Okay, so here I am shading this one. You can see this triangle, this said to us to shade it properly, and further this triangle area we need to find out. Okay, now first we see we required to find out the area, we require two things. One is the base and second one is the perpendicular. So let us draw one perpendicular on it. Okay, so see how we can draw the perpendicular. Perpendicular, you observe, if I take, suppose I change the color here so it will be visible to you clearly. Yes, let us take the green one. So perpendicular I can show you exactly over there. Observe, from the point 1 comma 4 I will draw one particular line. Okay, on 1. Observe carefully. Yes, observe it carefully. This line if I draw, this will be definitely perpendicular onto the x-axis, and we can say that this is our perpendicular, and this perpendicular length we can say it would be 4 units, because you observe it is going till the 4. So we can say that the length of this perpendicular is 4 units. And similar way, observe from point D to point E. So D to 0 means origin, that will be 1 unit, and then origin to E, that will be 3 units. So we can say that from the point D till the point E, we can say that the length will be 3 units, sorry 4 units, because D to origin, that will be 1, and then origin to E, that will be also 3. So 3 plus 1, total length will become here 4 units. So I can say that the value of the base will be 4 and the value of perpendicular is also 4 units, right? So let us see how we can find out the area over here. So see, I will write down the area of triangle BDE. So BDE formula is 1 upon 2 into base into height, right? Now further we can say it will be equal to 1 upon 2 into, what is the value of base here? Okay, or you can write down the name of the base first if required. Base is DE, and this point we have not given any name, so it is better we can give the name of this point, that is BM. Okay, so BM is my perpendicular and DE is my base. Okay, so 1 upon 2 into base is DE and perpendicular is BM. So it would be equal to 1 upon 2 into 4 again into 4. 1, 2 and 4 we can cancel 2 times, and 4 2s are 8. It will become 8 square units. Okay, so this is your answer of this question. Such kind of question can be given to you in the examination for 4 marks. Okay, however, such kind of more questions will be coming in the class 10 also. So somehow the concept of class 10 of linear equation also we have covered. So now let us see the additional question number 3rd. Now see, in the third question what they are asking to us. Yes. See, third question. See, this question is very similar to one of the question we have done. That is taxi fare. Taxi fare charges for the first kilometer is different, and from second kilometer onwards, the charges were different. And we were supposed to calculate the total charge given over there. Same thing, the similar kind of question is given to us here. They are saying the food charges in the hostel as follows. For the first day, the charges are rupees 10 and the subsequent charges is rupees 5 per day. Taking the number of days as x and total charges as rupees y, write a linear equation for this information and then draw its graph. So let us see how we can do it. First of all, see in the row. For example, suppose if I say I am staying at the hostel or I am taking the food in the hostel for 10 days. Okay. So 10 days total I have taken the food. So I know it for the first day means day number 1 I need to pay here 10 rupees and then each and every day, okay, remaining days I am paying here 5 rupees dash 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 up to how many days? Up to 9 days we can say, because out of 10 days already one day charge I have paid as 10 rupees, so remaining days I am paying 5 rupees each. So this things how we can formulate. I can write down first day charge is 10 rupees, that is fixed, no problem. Now how many days are remaining? That is 9. Okay, into the charge for the 9 days is 5 rupees per day, so multiplied by 5, so it will come as 10 plus 45, it will become 55 rupees we can say, right? So here, see, observe this pattern, you need to observe how we can express these things in the form of linear equation. Here what is coming to us? Charge. Okay, the charge I am going to pay. So now see students, first of all in this question we need not to suppose who is our x and y, that is already given in the question. So I will write down here first of all charge, total charge will be equal to the first day charge for the first day, okay, that I will say fixed charge, then what will come plus, see this 10 is my fixed charge, 9 the remaining days, so plus remaining days, okay, and multiplied by charge per day. Now what is the charge they are charging for each and every day? So I will write down here charge per day. So now see, total charge we are supposing by y, then fixed charge we have given in the question as 10, remaining days, total number of days we have x here, out of x one day charge as rupees 10 already I have given, so remaining number of days are here x minus 1, and what is the charge thereafter? That will be 5. So we can say that here the equation will come y is equal to 10 plus 5x minus 5, and 10 minus 5 it will be equal to 5. So remaining is here y is equal to 5x plus 5. This is our equation. Now this equation I need to plot onto the graph paper. Before that we need to find out the coordinates. So let us find out the coordinates first. Okay, let me rub this one first. Yes. Now see how we can find out the coordinates. Here first I am taking the value of x is equal to 0. So in that case value of y will be equal to 5 into 0 plus 5. 5 into 0, 0. So that will be 0 plus 5, and hence we will get here 5. So here this value we can write down in the table. Okay, so yes, so x is equal to 0, then y is equal to 5, and my coordinate will be here 0 comma 5. Similarly, if I take now here, if I take the value of x is equal to 1, then it will come 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. But here what I have done, I have taken the graph paper as a multiple of 10. So it will be easier to plot us. You can see the graph paper. Okay, I have taken in this manner because each and every time that value x is equal to 2 or 3 may not be possible for us on the graph paper. So here what I am doing it, I am taking the value of x is equal to suppose if I take x is equal to 10. So in that case, let us see what is the value of y. 5 into 10 plus 5. So this will be 50 plus 5 and hence it will become 55. Okay, so no issue, we can easily plot 10 comma 55. Such kind of graph paper I have taken already. So here x is equal to 10, y is equal to 55. So my coordinate will become here 10 comma 55. Now similarly, if I take the value of x is equal to 15. Okay, for example, suppose I take x is equal to 15. So y is equal to 5 into 15 and then plus 5. 5 into 15 will be equal to 75 and then plus 5. 75 plus 5 will be equal to 80. So value of x is equal to 15, y will be equal to 80. This is my third and last point. Now let us see quickly how we can plot them. Okay, so here scale I am taking, you can see in 1 centimeter I am taking 10 units. Okay, so here scale I will write down. Scale we shall mention over here 1 centimeter is equal to 10 units. Okay, now because see I have taken all the values of x and y as a multiple of 10 or multiple of 5. So I have taken here only first quadrant. So I advise you, you will also take the first quadrant only, need not to draw all the 4. Okay, now first we shall plot the point number 1. What is our first point? 0 comma 5 means the value of x is equal to 0. You can see this is my x axis and the vertical one is y axis. Right, this I can mark as y axis. Okay, now we shall plot first point 0 comma 5. So x is equal to 0. X equal to 0 lies onto the at origin only. Okay, from 0 I will go at the top and see between 0 and 10 middle line. In your graph paper it is perfectly marked, the middle one. Okay, so you mark in the similar manner. I am marking little bit approximately. So this is my point number A, whose coordinate I will say 0 comma 5. Okay, now what is the second coordinate given to us? Second coordinate, I think I have taken the value of x equal to 10, y is equal to 55. So x is equal to 10 means here. Okay, and I will go till 55 means exactly in the middle I need to mark. Okay, this point. So this point will be point number B. I can say 10 comma 55. And the last point is I think 15 comma 80. So value of x I have taken there 15 and y is equal to 80, right? So x is equal to 15 means between 10 and 20 onto the x-axis middle value. From here I will go and in front of 80 I will mark. Okay, so I will try to mark in the middle. This will be point number C and its coordinate is 15 comma 80. Now just draw a line between all the 3 points. Okay, so let us draw a line. Yes, so here little bit we need to adjust my line because it is a perfectly you can draw onto the graph paper only. Okay, so this is the way we can draw a line between all the 50 points. And this much only they have asked in students. We have completed our last question, that was question number third, and hence we can say that our all additional question also got over. I have seen the additional questions given in the reference book. So which are the major questions which are required to solve by yourself? That question I have explained to you. Okay, so now I don't think any such kind of question is remaining which I required to explain you. Next time onwards, now we shall start our chapter number 6, that is lines and angles. Okay, because chapter number 5 is not a part of the NCERT syllabus, that is introduction to Euclid geometry. So we shall go to the next topic, that is topic from the geometry. So we shall take lines and angle from the next time. Okay, thank you.